Hi everybody, Leah here with your weekly card reading starting today, Tuesday the 24th of August 2018. It's hard to believe we're nearly at the end of another month. If you haven't already signed up to my free monthly healing emails, you've got a couple of days left to get July's, which is on relationships. Whether you're in one or you're not, or you want one or you're not, it's helpful information. So head over to leahloyd.com and subscribe to that for free. And the next one will be out on the 1st of August. So this week, the first card we have is the Star. And this card tells you that dreams are coming true. You just need to believe in yourself and trust that things are going the way they should if you're taking action and you're putting the work in and you're doing that inner work. The inner work is really important. Don't just be doing all of the external running around and the busy stuff, but taking that time out to connect to your inner self and connect to divine source, whatever that is for you. And this card can also represent the end of a difficult situation for some of you. So if you've been putting things off, if you've been going through a process to bring something to an end, then this card's telling you that's happening now. And this is a good ending. This is, there might be some sadness, there might be some, leftover emotions from it, but this is the right path forward for you. This card's also a reminder to balance. If you're too busy in one thing, and it might be that inner work versus the external stuff. It might be you're working too many hours and not taking enough time for self-care. So whatever it is, you'll know what's out of balance for you. So this card's just a reminder to keep things in balance, keep it in check, and check in with you and make sure you're doing okay and give yourself what you need. The second card for this week is Seven of Michael. And this tells you there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So look at your options. Sometimes we get focused on a particular end goal and think, well, that's, where I have to go. But sometimes it's good to take a step back and to look at all the paths to get to that end goal, or perhaps whether that end goal is actually what we're needing right now. And so the first card suggests that we've got a bit of a new start happening. And so this card would tell you perhaps don't rush into that next thing with something ending. Don't go straight in now for the next thing. You might need a little bit of time in between to just check in and see where you're at and how you're feeling. And how you're feeling today may be very different to how you feel next week. So just maybe taking a little step back, giving yourself that time, and just to sort of process your emotions and your thoughts and feelings and see how you're feeling, and if your original goal may not feel right anymore. So, and you're allowed to change your mind. That's the beauty of life. You can change your mind and you can change your direction with a single thought anytime. So you're not stuck in a certain path if that's no longer the path you want to take. The third card for this week is the Sun. And this tells you that life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and you'll be an inspiring success. So while you're doing this inner work, while you're making these changes, try to remember to look for the positive. And, you're not always going to feel positive. You're not going to feel inspired and great all the time. That's just life. But what this card's telling you, when you're having those moments, don't kind of get bogged down and stuck in that negativity. Take the time you need, by all means, to process it and to sit with it for a while and just see what it's telling you. And, you're allowed to feel crappy for a little while. But try to find ways to bring yourself out of that as well. So look for the silver lining, look for the lessons, look for where you can grow, where you can change. And it might just be that things are not great because you're perhaps headed on the wrong path a little bit. And so really, identifying where you're not feeling good and then seeing what changes you need to make in order to be able to move forward with that would be really good this week. And the card from my healing cards this week is Happiness. And this is actually my oldest daughter quite a few years ago in this picture. And for those of you who don't know me, she has a chromosome disorder. And so she tends to see the world a little differently to the rest of us. She learns differently and those kinds of things. But she is the happiest little person you will ever meet in your life. And I quite often just look at her and think, you know what, life's pretty good, because she has a lot of hurdles to cross, but she seems to be oblivious to them, and she just enjoys life. She sees the best in people, and she just gets enjoyment from the smallest things. And so it's good to look at that and be inspired by that, and just check in with how good our lives actually are. Be grateful for what we have, the opportunities we have, and you know, if we have our health, then you know, we're lucky already. So just a reminder that happiness is a choice, and no matter what's happening in your life, you can find things to be happy about and to be grateful for, and those things are what will get you through those hard times. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.